Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel where today we're going to be discussing the Green Bay Packers 2024 NFL schedule, and it was officially released tonight at 8 p.m. as part of the NFL schedule release day. Packers made a fun video about it, having trials for a pep rally, had some famous Packers fans, some Packers players, and even a special moment from the Magic Man himself, Don Majkowski, who was the quarterback before Brett Favre came in and kind of got Wally pipped. But he came back, had some great fun there, so appreciate you, Don, for doing that as well. And so we're going over a quick look at the NFL, at the schedule for the Packers. Then we'll go through my quick little predictions for the season as we head in there. And I like it. It's going to be some tough challenges, but a lot of winnable games for Green Bay. So first up, week 1, the Packers are in Sao Paulo, Brazil for the first ever game in Brazil against the Philadelphia Eagles on Friday the 6th of September at 8:15 p.m. on Peacock exclusive. So if you don't have Peacock and you want to watch the Packers, get a free trial that week and go ahead and go there. I luckily have Peacock through my father-in-law, so I will watch that game pretty easily. So Philadelphia, first on the docket. And then the first home game of the year is week 2 against the Indianapolis Colts at 1 p.m. Should be an interesting game with Anthony Richardson coming back fully healthy as well. Week 3, the Packers are at Tennessee for a 1 o'clock showcase against the Titans and second-year quarterback Will Levis. Then the second home game, the first divisional game of the year, is against the Minnesota Vikings at 1 p.m. Eastern at Lambeau Field. Week 5, travel to the LA to take on the Rams at 4:25, facing familiar foe Matthew Stafford on CBS. Week 6, back home against the Arizona Cardinals at 1 p.m. on Fox. Week 7, this would be a fun game. Don't know why is at the 1 o'clock time frame. Texans at Packers. Potential dark horse Super Bowl matchup potentially there heading into the season on CBS. That should be an absolutely fantastic game. I most likely will not be able to watch unless it's Sunday Ticket because, let's just say, I live in Ohio. Bengals, Browns, guaranteed to get one of those games. And then week 8, the Green Bay is at Jacksonville at 1 p.m. on Fox. And then we get week 9, home game against the Detroit Lions at 4:25 p.m. on Fox. Should be game of the week there. We have a week 10 bye week, which I really like. Basically a little over halfway through the season. Get enough rest to get down the stress at the end. So that should be good there. Week 11, we're at Chicago at 1 p.m. First game against the New England Bears with Caleb Williams at quarterback. Should be a lot closer game than last year because the Bears definitely have improved. And then week 12, home against the San Francisco 49ers at 4:25 p.m. That should be a very, very interesting game there. San Fran has been in Packers' Achilles heel for years, but we get them at home in Lambeau. So, and then we play on Thanksgiving 4 days later against the Miami Dolphins. We're the late night game at 8:20 p.m. against Tua and the Lions. And then we're Thursday Night Football again next week against the Detroit Lions on Amazon Prime at 8:15 p.m. That should be a very, very good game. Most likely fighting for division there at the end. Week 15, Sunday Night Football at Seattle at 8:20 p.m. on NBC. And Week 16, we're on Monday Night Football, home against the New Orleans Saints at 8:15 p.m. on ESPN. Then Week 17, we're at Minnesota at 1 again. And then Week 18, home against the Bears. So, overall, I think it is a very, very fun schedule to say the least. Some key matchups I want to point out that I really want to see. Packers at Eagles in Brazil. That is going to be a madhouse. Because if you've seen how Brazilians watch soccer games, they go nuts. And I think they will definitely go nuts here for the NFL coming to Brazil for the first time. That's definitely a market the NFL wants to come in and expand into. Packers and Eagles should be a very, very good matchup there. First game post-Kelsey for the Eagles. The Colts could be interesting depending on how Richardson does, but week 2 he's going to be rusty, so not too much there. I guess the LA Rams would be fun. Stafford versus Love. I think would be a very intriguing matchup there. And then definitely, I think, potentially could be game of the year material here. Texans at Packers. CJ Stroud versus Jordan Love. 2 of the best young teams in the league, especially young offenses in the league, head-to-head against each other in Lambeau. I just want to get that game. I want to get that game, man. That's going to be good. And then, of course, first game against the Lions at home. Any game against Detroit this year is going to be fun. Week 11, first game against Caleb Williams. Then, of course, this 4-game stretch here, 49ers, Dolphins, Lions, Seahawks. That's kind of going to make or break the Packers' year, I think, depending on how we do there. Then, at Minnesota and home against Chicago. So let's go ahead and do a quick little prediction of how I think the Packers will do. I think the Packers will win Week 1 against Philadelphia. If they're anything like the team last year, at the end of last year, the Packers should be able to win that game, so 1-0. Should be able to beat the Colts. Don't really know how Richard's going to be. 2-0. We should be able to beat the Titans. Will Levis, I don't have much faith in. 3-0. Vikings should be able to beat 4-0. Then we should be able to beat the Rams. But that one's more of a toss-up, so I'll give Green Bay the loss there, 4-1. We should be able to beat Arizona 5-1. Texans, I think, is 50-50, and it's 50-50 automatically giving them a loss to 5-2. 6-2 against Jacksonville. I think we will split against Detroit, so I think we're going to be 7-2 heading into the bye week after a win against Detroit at home. Then at Chicago, 8-2. 8-3 after beating 8-3, and I think 8-4 because of that short break there. And then against Detroit, 8-5, but then Seattle 9-5, 10-5, 11-5. 12-5. I think the Packers can easily be a double-digit win season. I think floor is like 10 wins, ceiling 13-14. If everything goes right with this offense and the defense takes the improvements that I expect to under a new defensive coordinator. So overall, I think this is a very, very fun schedule. I think the Packers will do very well, even if games that they don't win. I think they'll be close and competitive. And I'm excited for football. I'm just so excited. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. What do you think is going to be the best game of the year for the Packers? My money is on Texans-Packers. That's going to be an awesome, awesome game. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. And I'll be back soon with another video in the future. Peace.